Hey guys, welcome to Random Fandom. Today we'll be playing a game called Strike Team Online, and it is a early access game available on Google Play, and it's kind of like Call of Duty, Bullet Force, and Rainbow Six Siege. It's like Rainbow Six Siege, as we have different operators and they all have different perks and stuff. This game is leaning towards the pay-to-win side, as you'll be able to see here. We have two types of currencies, and you can pay for an advantage by basically buying more credits and gold and stuff. If we go back to the operators page, you'll see that the recruit doesn't have any special perk or anything, but all the others do. And of course you could buy this immediately and have an advantage if you purchase with credits or with gold or whatever. But anyway, we'll go back to the customization of the weapons now, and you'll be able to see that you have different sights you can put on guns and all that. I've already unlocked quite a bit of stuff for my M4A1. So we'll go ahead and I'll put on what I consider to be the best attachments. So there we go. We have the ACOG sight, which gives us the most zoom. And then we have a tactical laser, which increases our aim down sight speed, but reduces our stealthiness by basically having a laser that the enemies can see. And then we have the compensator to reduce recoil, and then we have a con of reducing aim down sight speed. Of course, we have a tactical grip, which also reduces recoil and reduces aim down sight speed and movement speed. And then we have the 40 round magazine. So basically this is set up to be like a really good long range combination. So there you have it. Now we'll take a look at some the weapon balancing. As you'll see, the stats of the M4A1 can be low compared to some other weapons, but they are actually fairly well balanced in this game. So like the AK-47, it's a strong assault rifle. It does 35 damage as opposed to the M4A1's 27. But as you can see on the accuracy, it's a lot lower at 20, while the M4A1 has 50. The range is a little bit more, the ammo is the same, mobility is the same. Fire rate is the same. So as you can see, they're fairly well balanced between a low damage weapon and a high damage weapon. And then you can attach a whole bunch of stuff on the M4A1, but on the AK, you probably can't attach as much stuff. Well, actually maybe you can. You actually can attach quite a bit of stuff on here. Okay, well, there you go. So we have this, which I guess is going to change the caliber to a different one, so that's kind of weird, but there you go. You get better recoil control, better fire rate, but you lose some damage. And there's the attachments for the barrels and stuff. They got a CQB barrel. Increases aim down sight speed, movement speed, but reduces damage and bullet velocity. Now this game does have some bugs, as you can see, so we'll go ahead and we'll switch to our pistols. And we'll be able to see that one of the bugs is if we, well, maybe not this time around. Let's see. Flash hider. There we go. There's one of the bugs in the menu, is that when you click on something, on some guns, the buy screen does not show up. So that is that. I have the M4A1, then I have the AUG, which is probably like one of the assault rifles with the longest range in this game. And as you can see, it does the same damage as the M4, fires slower, has more accuracy, same ammo mobility, but you can't customize it as much. So in that case, this gun it has its own set of advantages, but it's not super overpowered. But now we got that all customized how I want it, so we can go back and we can select our M4. Then we have pistols here. This is the default free pistol, and the M4 is the default free rifle. So here's what you get for customization. You get quite a bit of customization on this pistol too. So I'll go ahead and select the mini RDS. I'll change the compensator, go for the tactical laser, and then the 15-round magazine. On the 1911, we have the same sort of customization. I'll go ahead and go with green laser, but since this gun has a lot more recoil, might as well put that since we probably won't be using that sight as much. And we'll go with the 15-round magazine. Glock 18 is fully automatic, so it's got plenty of recoil as well. Let's see, can we buy that yet? No, we cannot, so we'll have to just go with the tactical laser. It's just not what I would recommend. Or we could go with this red laser. I'll go ahead and go with the red laser. Now onto the Deagle. In Bullet Force, this gun costs you $10, but in this game it's completely free. So there we go. That is Deagle. You can customize it quite a bit. That's one thing that's really good about this game is the customization. Now here's the revolver. And as you can see, compared to the Deagle, it's a little bit more powerful, but it shoots like much slower. But here's the thing that makes it balanced. It has more accuracy, and you can actually put a sniper scope on this pistol. So if we select the sniper scope, we got that. Go ahead and put tactical laser. So there you go. You can have a little pocket sniper basically. Now the thing is, all these guns in this game tend to be fairly cheap too. So while there is a little bit of grinding in this game, the weapons are generally fairly well balanced. So it won't feel as pay to win as like Bullet Force, but it still has pay to win aspects, because you can immediately go out and just like start buying everything and have an advantage at the start of the game. So there you go, that is the weapons that you can select from. Then of course you have the knife. The second knife costs money to buy, I mean as in credits, which you can get by playing the game, but you can basically get it for free very easily. It's pretty low cost. Unlike in some other games where knives just suddenly like have a huge cost. This game is pretty cheap, and the advantage of it is you get 1 point of accuracy versus 0 on the regular knife. How big an effect that has, it probably doesn't really have much. And then here we have different things you can use. We have deployable shield, nitro cell, flash grenade, smoke grenade, frag grenade, and breach charge. I'm guessing the breach charge, you can place it on windows and stuff and blow it open. And then, I don't know much about the nitro cell, but here we go. We'll go ahead and we'll just go with the deployable shield, since that is the most interesting one. Most of you guys already know how explosives work, so here we go. We'll let you see how the shield works first. Now this game, since it is early access, it doesn't have a whole lot of players, So if we go to like the server browser, you can see there's like only one server running, and there's like a few players in it. But here's the good thing about this game: while there is few players in it, you can actually progress with custom maps and custom servers actually. So if we set the bots up to like how many points we want, then we can go over weapons and stuff. And actually we'll make sure that we already have every single pistol that we want customized how we want. Yeah, I just did that, so that's good. Okay, so now let's go host a match. Let's post it. Let's make that 6. And then this will be there's actually quite a few modes here, as you can see. But not all of them have bot support. It's only a few modes that have it. So like 5 maps or so. There we go. We'll go ahead and put a password on here so we don't have anybody joining this. Since there is very few players, you can often run into players that lag quite a bit, so that we don't have to put up with that lag. This is what we'll do. We'll just play a bot match. And also it means that the performance of all the players are consistent, so that we can get a better idea on the weapons. So first off, we have our M4A1, and then we have the Magnum and the revolver here. Oh, I guess we didn't set up our bots. Alright. Go ahead and change our pistol to the... So this is going to be the P226. This is basically the all-free loadout. Basically the default gear plus attachments on the gear. So there we have it. Bots. We'll put everything on the easiest bots, so that they're stupid enough that we can show you specifically how the guns perform. It's better if the bots just stand there while we can like try to show you how many bullets it takes to kill someone with both of the guns and both the ARs that I have. Because I don't have any of the sniper rifles or anything. This is what we get to show off. Yeah, so this game is like 200 megs, and this is the lowest graphic setting. Since this game is early access, it's not completely optimized yet. So, yeah. And as you can see, you can shoot through walls, you have med kits that you can use. I think you get like unlimited of them too. So that is good. You just have to wait for like, the time to refresh. Oh yeah, I should probably set up my controls to be a little more how I want them. So we'll go ahead and we'll show you what the control options are. So I've already enabled some of the things here for the controls, like the static joystick and all that, but I haven't edited my player layout, so here we go. So there's the jump button, here's the fire button that we're dragging around. Get that scope button, make it nice and big so we can quick scope easier. is I like to aim at all my enemies for the best accuracy. Make this knife button nice and big so we can hit it easier. The game that does the knife button the best is Bullet Force, since it will actually change the fire button to a knife if you're close enough to an enemy, but this game doesn't do that. There's our nuke button, and then we have our medkits and reload buttons. Static joystick, make that bigger. And in this game you can lean left and right, but I typically don't use those buttons. So it just makes things more complicated. I just focus on shooting enemies, so I'll go ahead and put them up higher. And I'll see how this works out for me. Oh yeah, and lastly, here's our standing button. Now in this game you can slide, so it might be good to put that button on the other side so you can slide while moving. But that is that. Now we can go back to the game. Zoom. So there we have it. Here's our M4 and our matches going on right now. Nobody's here. And that's one of the spawn places in this game. You can see the laser sight blocks some of the optics, but there we go. As for the sight picture, everything zooms in, which is something that Coalition does better. Is that not everything zooms in, but there we go. And as for reloads are pretty slow in this game, so that's something that you'll have to get used to. It's taking like several seconds to reload. But there you go. It prevents people from just spamming reload. Now we can switch to our pistol, and here's what its sight picture looks like. Now one thing is, with the M4 that I have set up the way it is, it has pretty low recoil. The recoil is a bit higher when you don't have those attachments. So there you go, that is that. As you'll notice, this gun has, well, if we can get someone to not shoot at us so much, we can show you the pistol recoil when it's aimed down sights. As you can see, this pistol has fairly low recoil when you aim down sights. it's good enough that you can see your enemies. And that is that. So this is like a very easy to use pistol. And it's a very basic, typical pistol that kills with like a few shots, but it's like nothing super powerful, but it's not like super weak either. I mean, it's just your standard ordinary pistol. Perfect. Now we can switch to our next pistol. Oh, somebody joined into the match. That is not good. So now we'll just leave that room and we'll switch our pistols over to a different one. We'll switch to 1911. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and switch our rifle to the AUG. Actually, we won't switch the AUG just yet. We'll keep it at EM4. We'll switch our maps too. We'll go to our longer range map. So that'll be under first and matches. Enabling bots. Switch everything up. So there, settings. Put a password on here because we don't want people just joining in our match and ruining anything we try to test. So there we go. We go to factory. Factory is a lot bigger map with more open areas, so it's a perfect place to test weapons. And as you can see, you can vault over things and that's the recoil of the M4A1 at close range. At long range, here's what it's like without compensating for any recoil. As you can see, it has plenty of recoil when you don't compensate for anything, but it's easy to control when we need to compensate for it. Now we can switch to our pistol. That is the 1911 when it's firing. As you see, it has a lot more recoil than the stock pistol. Now it is a little bit stronger, but I would say the stock pistol is better in my opinion. And this pistol will kill, I think, with like one less bullet than the other pistol, but once you sacrifice and like the ability to aim at targets at longer ranges, it can be a bit more difficult to control. Here is how you change the loadouts. We can switch back to the regular pistol just so you can see what that was like again. Or aiming down the sights and trying to kill enemies. As you can see, you can actually see the enemy through the sight picture. Here's what the shield is like. You can pick it up and put it down whenever you want. There you go. That is the deployable shield. Yeah, this pistol you can kind of shoot at longer range targets and hit them with this nice red dot sight. The 1911, not as much. Now for targets like that far away, you'd be better off to use this gun. Of course, you can also vault over your shield as well, and that's something that's really easy to do. So it's something to keep mind of. Is if you try to get too close to your shield, you'll just vault over it and end up getting shot. One thing also, you cannot shoot through fences. The fences do block bullets, so that's something else to keep in mind. That is kind of a weird thing. You should be able to shoot through those fences. I mean, there's like big holes in the fence, and it's just made of little bitty wire, so like you should be able to shoot through it, but it's something that you can't do in this game yet. As for the destructibility of our shield, can we destroy it by shooting a bunch of ammo into it? I'm guessing not. So there you go. That is 2 full mags into the shield, and it did not break. So there you go, it's sort of impenetrable. The shields in Call of Duty Mobile you can actually break if you shoot enough at it. It'll go down in health or durability. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see the M4 is like really easy to control once you have the grip on there. Like if you leave the controls alone, then it has quite a bit of recoil when you go shooting it, but you don't really have to drag down much to control the recoil. There's two guys over here. Alright, switch to our pistol. Let's see if we can get one. There we go. Yeah, with the default pistol you can aim down sights, and it's just like really easy to keep a hold on the enemies. We just blasted that guy in the face pretty easily. Eventually we'll just have to let one of the bots kill us so we can switch our weapons. Actually, let's see if we can knife this guy. He let us knife him. Alright. Yoo-hoo, we're right here. Come on, kill us. This game does not have any health regens unless you use the med kit, so it's kind of realistic. And now we can switch our rifles and our pistols. So now we'll show off the Glock, and then we can show off the AUG. So here we go, here's the AUG. As for the recoil, it's quite a bit less when you're not compensating for it. But I do find the M4 to be a lot easier to control. This gun actually kills quite a bit slower than the M4A1 due to its low fire rate, but the M4A1 is still very accurate, so that is that. And if this was the M4, perhaps he would be dead by now. Yeah, at least from the feels of this weapon, this gun also has less hip fire accuracy, but that's just how it feels. It could be just that the M4 just shoots quite a bit faster and is able to get more hits on the enemy when you try to hip fire with it. But there you go. This weapon is what I would suggest you use if you're wanting to do long range shooting with it. The M4 is a really versatile weapon in this game so far. It does long range and it does short range pretty well. It's better for short range than this weapon is, but it can do both. It's a decent starter weapon. In Bullet Force, the M4 is actually a really crappy weapon. It doesn't have like a crazy high fire rate for short range, but it also doesn't have nice good long range either. And as for this, the sights in that game, this game is actually a lot better. And the ACOG in Bullet Force doesn't have a nice precise line like this does. This game, you can actually kind of snipe with this sight really easily. The Bullet Force one, it just has a little carrot design, and it's not a super thin line like this one is. The graphics in this game are better than Bullet Force. Now this is the lowest settings for the graphics since this game isn't optimized, and it still actually looks pretty decent. And this game is like less than half the size of Bullet Force. As for the map size, the maps are also bigger as well.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Here's the Glock. It's a full auto pistol, and as you can see, you can't really see your sight picture in there, so that makes the sight picture kind of useless. But there you go. As for the amount of credits that you get, you can see we made 29 kills and got 3 deaths. Here's what we got for credits. It says 742. But I have an idea that it might actually be higher than that. We'll go ahead and see. Yeah, it's definitely higher than that, because I don't think we had that many credits last time. But there we go. I think we were maybe like at 900 credits or so, but as for the cost of weapons, the weapons are fairly cheap. And the most expensive weapon I think is the AllttA, and it's like 85,000. In Bullet Force, you get 100 credits per kill, and guns can cost easily upwards of 300,000. Most guns are like 150 to 180,000. But this game, all the guns are like a lot cheaper. They tend to be around 30,000. So this is kind of like how weapons would cost in like the early days of Bullet Force. And most of the guns were pretty cheap. As you can see, we have like 20,000 credit guns. The pistols are like, they're all less than 10,000, so they're even cheaper than these. You can easily get like several pistols for under 5,000 each. The most expensive pistol is, I think, maybe like 5,000 or so. It might be a little bit below, but yeah, all the pistols in this game are like really cheap. The rifles, they're all fairly cheap as well. But yeah, that is that. And for everyone, you get like tons of customization. You can set it up how you want. The AUG, not as much, but it does a little better at long range, but not as good at short range, because it fires, I think, a bit slower. As you can see, it's quite a bit slower, almost 100 RPM slower, but there you go. As for range, it has like twice the range, but in actuality, when I shoot both of these guns, they both feel nearly around the same. But that's probably because the M4A1 is able to spit out more bullets and do the damage that the AUG might be able to do with less bullets, and it's lower RPM, but here you go. Now we can go ahead and we can switch to the Deagle. And we'll switch our AEG. Actually, we won't switch our AEG, we'll just go ahead and use that. We can switch our deployable shield. Let's go ahead and let's see what a breach charge does in this game. Go host a match, put bots, such 100 kills, team deathmatch, 15 minutes, and let's put more players, and let's go ahead and go to Freight Yard. Yeah, let's go to Freight Yard. Oops, we forgot to put our password, so there will be perhaps people joining this match. So let's go ahead and leave this room. So we don't need to have laggers in here. Now this game is playable even with laggers. Like, you may see people teleporting across the map, but you're actually able to still get kills. So this game has better netcode than like Bullet Force does. I mean, you can still play it even if you have a red ping bar. You can still do well. The netcode in this game is pretty good. It's good if you have like really good ping. It's good if you have bad ping. This seems like, since there is very few servers in this game, I guess people from like Europe go ahead and join the US server and then you get laggers. There we go. Host a match. Go to Freight Yard. This Freight Yard has some additional features for our map that you typically don't see in mobile games, and that is destructible items. Put a password on the match room so people can't just join, so it's all going to be just bots. Yeah, the bots are pretty good bots, but they're also pretty bad. As you can see, they can often get a good auto aim on you, but they can also be very stupid. Did we not get our bots enabled, or what? This says waiting for players. Go back. Host a match. Enable the bots. Set that to that. Set it to 15 minutes, and there we go. So here is Freight Yard. And as you can see, the windows are all boarded up, but you can go ahead and you can knife out a little slab, or you can like remove all the slabs by doing that. And you can easily see inside a building or see outside. Or you can go ahead and put the barricade back. So that is a unique feature of this game. The ability to just go inside buildings like this and do that. Here is the Deagle, and here's what it looks like down the sight, and here's what it's like when you fire. It has some recoil, but you can still see the sight picture, so that's actually a good thing. Yeah, this is the deal where it's the lowest recoil config that you can get. And I put the compensator on here and all that. At the hip fire, there's what the hip fire is going to be like. Oh, somebody joined this match. I guess somebody put I guess the matchmaking put a guy into our server, so that is going to be that. Okay, so that was somebody who bought the premium character, which is an anime girl. You can tell by that screen. You cannot deploy here. So that is what the breach charge does. You can put it up on a window and then blow it apart. And maybe kill someone behind it. There's somebody with a sniper. I don't have the sniper yet. Ooh, they got the op. That kind of sucks. Now, one thing we cannot do yet in this game is pick up enemy weapons. So I won't be able to show off the op. That is going to be that. But what I can do is I can switch from the Deagle over to my next closest thing to a sniper. That would be my Magnum pistol. This pistol, I got a real good scope on it, so I can do nice little things like that. Now, it does not kill with one shot unless you get like a headshot, but you can snipe with it. I mean, you get more zoom than what you get even on the ACOG site, but yeah, you can snipe with this. I mean, it does have a sniper scope, which is the most powerful optic available in this game. But yeah, it does have quite a bit of recoil when you fire it, though. As you can see, we're playing like against 3 people, so this isn't a fair match anyways. But yeah. I'll go ahead and leave this match, because I don't want that. And that's one thing about the private rooms that kind of sucks in this game, is that they're not always private. The game will sometimes put people in your map, and that is not good. So we don't want to do that. I mean, we don't have a team switch button, so apparently all those guys were put onto the enemy team by the game itself. Oh, this is taking a lot to disconnect. Maybe this is another bug that might occasionally occur, but there you go. you will go ahead and close the game and reopen the game. Strike Team Online. There we go. We can open the game and we can set up yet another match. I am using my grip that I bought online before, that I maybe showed off in a previous affordable tech video. But I typically don't use this grip, it just gets in the way. It actually makes... The thing about the grip that I have on here, the controller style grip, it makes the bezels of the phone wider so that your fingers have to stretch more to reach more of your screen. So that is the problem with this grip. Having some bezels is good for your phone, but with the Razer phone, the top and bottom bezels are not really wide, so you can have like good speakers in there, which is actually how I'm getting the game audio recorded. This phone doesn't have a headphone jack, and Android doesn't support internal audio, so it's using the microphones and playing out the speakers. We'll just go ahead and we'll select veteran bots, just so we can see what those are like. So, as you've been watching, you've been seeing the recruit bots. We'll go ahead and throw a random password on here. Go back to the same map, and then we'll host a room. Hopefully nobody gets put into our map this time. But you'll just be able to see what veteran bots are like. I mean, if the noob bots, the recruit bots can auto-aim on you, perhaps these bots maybe auto-aim much faster. We'll go ahead and we'll find out. Yeah, that was a lot faster. We may be running out of battery soon. Can you blow yourself out with your own breach charge? Yes, you can. So there you go, that is that. Let's see what Nitro Cell does. So the Nitro Cells, you can just drop these anywhere. And then blow shit up. And you get 2 of them. The grenades, you only get 1 of them. So that is that. Now the grenades do blow up on their own, but yeah. I'm thinking it might just be better off to just get this and then get used to hitting the button for it to blow up, since you get 2 of these explosives. But we'll see. But yeah, the veteran bots, they seem to be stupid, but when they do auto aim on you, they kill you way faster. So they could still use some improvements on the bots, but this game is early access, so that's something that you can expect. We need to keep a watch on our battery life. And actually, we don't. We'll go ahead and plug in our phone now. Plugging in our phone, we might get more lag if our phone heats up faster, but hey, we'll still be able to record more video, hopefully. As long as we don't move the cable around too much. We are moving this cable around a bit too much. Let's flip this the other way. Well, one thing that's kind of cool about this game is you may notice the smoke trails on guns. Haha, too late. We knifed you. We so knifed you. There we go. Just like that. That's one headshot, I think. And as you can see, there is fall damage should you vault over something that is too high. And then here is what it's like when you lean around an object. And if you want to run while leaned, well, it's gonna do that. Yeah, this pistol is like really cool. You can snipe people with it. Now, if you may have saw on the range stat for the pistol, I think this maybe had like 5 or 2 for a range, something like that. It was a single digit number. As you can see, range does not really have a huge effect in this game. At least that's what it seems like right now. Boom, headshot. Just so you see how much zoom you get. There you go. As you can see, the pistol is like twice the zoom of this ACOG. Hopefully they would allow sniper sights on all the ARs in the future. That might be good. There still won't be sniper strength and kill with one hit, but you will have better long range experience. I would still probably use the ACOG though, just because the ACOG is versatile. You get a good amount of peripheral vision with it, and it's a good amount of zoom. You can still hit enemies far away, like way over there. Your body size is pretty decent. Yeah, as for the controller grip that I'm using that I was talking about earlier in this video, and the benefit that it provides is that I don't cover up the mics when I'm holding my phone. So it makes for better audio quality even if the controls feel worse because of the way the controller grip is set up. yeah, this pistol is so satisfying to use. Two shots, just like that. You can just whack people with this thing. Boom. Headshot. But yeah, this is a really fun to use weapon. I just love this pistol. So satisfying. I like this like even better than my AR just for the thrill of using it. I mean, it's certainly not really easy to use. I mean, when you're up close, but I mean, where this weapon excels, it's long range.
Seconds remaining. Enemy spotted. 10, 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And the match is about to end, so there you go. I like how dramatic the endings are, but there you go. If